Everyone, I gotta make another video about things in Percy Jackson that don't make any sense. I made a video yesterday talking about how Percy Jackson isn't even allowed to wear flying shoes, and yet he can ride a Pegasus like hundreds of feet in the air. There's an explanation for it, but it's still kind of weird. But today we gotta move on to the powerful names thing. Okay, so we all know in Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, that Percy Jackson, it's basically explained to him that he can't say the names of immortal beings or like powerful immortal gods and monsters without something bad happening. Or at least something potentially bad happening. Like for instance, whenever he says the name Zeus, thunder rumbles in the sky. Not that bad, but like, you know. So Chiron tells him this, like you shouldn't just be throwing names around because they're important and you shouldn't be saying them. So like literally whenever Percy's about to say the name, for instance, Fury, Grover's like, whoa, you can't say that. You have to say kindly one instead of saying Fury. Here's the problem. This doesn't come into effect ever. Nothing bad ever happens because of Percy saying a name of somebody. Like literally throughout the Lightning Thief, he will start to say the names of gods or monsters and Annabeth or Grover will stop him and be like, whoa, don't say that. But at other times, he says them and they don't stop him. So like it's really uneven. Also, Annabeth and Grover sometimes say the names of people and nobody stops them either. And nothing bad ever happens. And then after the Lightning Thief, this basically is never heard of again. Like they just say names of gods and monsters, immortal beings, willy-nilly. Nobody ever cares. Nothing bad ever happens. But then in the Battle of the Labyrinth, randomly, Percy, meets Rachel Elizabeth Dare at Good High School at like freshman orientation or whatever. And they have to go hide in the band room because some Empuzai are trying to kill them. And Percy starts explaining stuff to Rachel, like how Greek gods are real, how he's a demigod, all that stuff. So then Rachel says the names of like a few gods or monsters. I can't remember the exact names, but she says like 2 or 3 names. And Percy's like, whoa, you probably shouldn't say those names around me. And I'm just like, what? Like, we haven't even touched on this principle since the Lightning Thief, and now you're just randomly bringing this up that people shouldn't be saying these names out loud? Bro, you've been saying these names out loud for freaking 3 years, and nothing bad has happened. What does it matter? A mortal girl saying these names isn't going to draw any attention. What does it matter, Percy? Come on. All right, sorry I'm getting so worked up about this, but this is like the most turbulent thing. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. This is the most uneven thing in the Percy Jackson books. Like, it truly makes this much sense. That's a 0. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I don't think it's like a plot hole, but it's just something that has no merit. Like, why did Rick even write this in? The series would have been totally fine. It would not have been any different if Rick just had not included anything about saying powerful names. Like truly. Forget that voice crack. But Rick literally could have written The Lightning Thief without anybody scolding Percy about saying other names. He could have just had people say the word Fury out loud and never written in that names are powerful and bad stuff can happen. And then he would have been fine. But instead he had to write that into the first book, The Lightning Thief, and then it's uneven through the rest of the books. Do better, Rick.